What if I told you that the cruise cabin you are sleeping in right now has secret compartments, hidden buttons, and clever tricks that the cruise line never told you about? What if I told you that right at this very moment, thousands of cruise passengers are walking into their tiny little rooms, throwing their suitcases on the bed, looking around at the small space, and thinking to themselves that there is nowhere to put anything? What if I told you that those same passengers have absolutely no idea that their cabin is hiding secrets right in front of their eyes? Secrets that could change their entire cruise experience, if only they knew where to look. This is not a joke. This is not a trick. This is real. And by the time you finish watching this video, you are going to know things about cruise ship cabins that even some crew members do not share with passengers. You are going to walk into your cabin on your next cruise and see it in a completely different way. You are going to find hidden spots, discover secret features, and turn your tiny little room into a space that actually works for you and your family. So if you have ever been on a cruise and felt like your cabin was just too small, too cramped, too frustrating, then keep watching, because what I am about to share with you is going to blow your mind. Let me start by painting a picture that you probably know very well. You board the cruise ship. You are excited. You find your cabin. You open the door, and then you stop. You look around, and you think to yourself, where am I supposed to put all my stuff? The room is tiny. There is a bed that takes up most of the space. There is a small desk. There is a bathroom that feels like it was designed for someone half your size. And you have bags and suitcases and clothes and toiletries and all the things you need for your vacation. But there does not seem to be enough room for any of it. Sound familiar? I bet it does, because almost every single person who has ever been on a cruise has had this exact same experience. But here is the thing that makes this so interesting. The room is not actually as small as it seems. The cruise ship designers are really smart people. They have hidden features built into these cabins that most passengers never discover. And once you know about them, everything changes. Let us start with the first hidden feature, and honestly, this one surprises people more than almost anything else. Are you ready? The walls of your cruise ship cabin are magnetic. Yes, you heard that right. The walls are made of metal, which means magnets stick to them. Now, why does this matter? Think about it for a second. If your walls are magnetic, you can bring magnetic hooks from home and hang things all over your cabin. You can hang your jacket, you can hang your hat, you can hang bags and purses, and even your daily schedule from the cruise line. Some families bring magnetic hooks and actually hang up a shower curtain in the middle of the room to create a little private space for the kids or for someone who wants to take a nap while the lights are still on. I know this sounds crazy, but people actually do this. Experienced cruisers know this trick, and they pack magnetic hooks in their suitcase every single time they sail. One little hook can hold your lanyard, your sunglasses, your room keycard, or anything else you need to grab quickly. Instead of throwing everything on the tiny desk or the bed, you can hang it on the wall. And just like that, your cabin feels so much more organized. Now here is the second hidden feature, and this one is truly sneaky. Many cruise ship cabins have hidden storage spaces behind the mirrors. Yes, behind the actual mirrors. If you look at the mirror in your bathroom or near your desk, you might notice that it looks a little bit thicker than a normal mirror. That is because it is not just a mirror, it is actually a cabinet. You can either push it gently, slide it, or sometimes there is a small handle on the side that lets you open it up. And when you do, you will find shelves inside where you can store all your toiletries, your makeup, your medications, or anything else that is taking up space on the counter. On some cruise lines, like Norwegian Cruise Line, these hidden mirror cabinets are really well disguised. You would never know they were there unless someone told you, or unless you tried to open them. And the crazy part is that some passengers spend their entire week-long cruise without ever discovering this hidden storage space. They leave all their stuff cluttered on the counter when there was a secret cabinet right in front of their face the whole time. So the next time you board a cruise, Walk into your bathroom and give that mirror a gentle push. You might be surprised at what you find. The third hidden feature is one that I absolutely love, and it is hiding right there in your shower. Most cruise ship bathrooms have a retractable clothesline built into the wall of the shower. It is usually just a small knob or button on one side of the shower wall. You pull it, and a thin cord stretches across to a hook on the opposite wall. And just like that, you have a clothesline right there in your bathroom. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, think about it. When you go on a cruise, you are probably going to swim in the pool. You are probably going to swim in the ocean at a beach port. You are going to have wet bathing suits and towels that need to dry overnight. Instead of throwing them over a chair where they will make everything wet and smelly, you can hang them on this hidden clothesline. By the next morning, your swimsuits are dry and ready to go again. This is especially helpful if you do not have a balcony cabin, because you cannot hang anything outside to dry in the sun. The clothesline is right there in your shower, but most people never even notice it because it blends into the wall. Some cruisers even bring small travel clothespins and hang their hand-washed underwear and socks on this line. It saves money on laundry services and keeps your cabin from smelling like a locker room. Such a simple feature, but it makes a huge difference. Now let us talk about the fourth hidden feature, and this one is really cool. Have you ever wondered how cruise ships fit more than 2 people in one tiny cabin? The answer is the Pullman bed. A Pullman bed is a secret bed that is hidden either in the ceiling or inside the wall of your cabin. During the day, you would never know it is there. It looks like just a normal ceiling or just a normal wall panel, but at night, when you need extra sleeping space, your cabin attendant can unlock it and pull it down. Suddenly, there is a bunk bed right there in your room that did not exist before. These beds are usually up high, near the ceiling, so the kids love them. It is like sleeping on the top bunk of a bunk bed, but in a fancy cruise ship cabin. And here is the really clever part. Because the Pullman bed folds up during the day, it does not take up any floor space. You get all that extra room to walk around, sit on the couch, and use your cabin like normal. Then at night, the bed comes down. Everyone has a place to sleep, and in the morning, it disappears again. If you are traveling with more than 2 people, always ask your cabin attendant about the Pullman bed. You might have one hiding in your ceiling right now and not even know it. And if you have young kids, they are going to think it is the coolest thing ever. A bed that comes out of the ceiling? That is like something from a spaceship. The fifth hidden feature is one that frustrates a lot of people until they figure it out, and that is the mystery of the missing electrical outlets. If you have ever been on a cruise, you probably noticed that there are not many places to plug in your phone, your tablet, your camera charger, or your laptop. You look around the cabin, and maybe you see 1 outlet near the desk, maybe 2 if you are lucky, but you have a whole family of people who all need to charge their devices. What do you do? Here is the secret. Many cruise ships have hidden USB ports and electrical outlets that are not in obvious places. Some of them are built into the lamps next to your bed. You look at the lamp and think it is just a lamp. But if you check the base of it or the side, you might find USB charging ports right there. Other cruise ships hide outlets behind the television. You have to actually look behind the TV to find them, but they are there. Some newer ships even have USB-C ports hidden in the desk area or near the nightstands. The trick is to do a full inspection of your cabin when you first arrive. Look at every lamp. Look behind the TV. Check the desk area carefully. Ask your cabin attendant where all the charging ports are. They know exactly where everything is hidden, and they will be happy to show you. Once you find all the hidden outlets, charging your devices becomes so much easier. Now we move to the 6th hidden feature, and this one is a game changer for keeping your cabin organized. Are you ready for this? The space under your bed is secret storage space. I know this sounds obvious, but most people do not realize that cruise ship beds are specifically designed to have room underneath them for your luggage. After you unpack all your clothes and put them away, you are left with these big, empty suitcases taking up space in your tiny cabin. But you do not have to leave them sitting in the middle of the floor. You can slide them right under the bed, and they disappear. Even better, on many cruise ships, The bed can actually be raised higher if your suitcases do not fit. You just ask your cabin attendant, and they have a way to lift the entire bed up a few inches so that even the biggest suitcases can slide underneath. And here is another secret. Some beds have hidden drawers built right into them. On Holland America cruises, for example, passengers have discovered small secret drawers under the foot of the bed. These are perfect for storing shoes, extra clothes, or cruise essentials that you do not need every day but want to keep handy. The bottom line is this: your bed is not just for sleeping. It is also a giant storage container that can hold all your luggage and keep your floor clear. The seventh hidden feature is something that many passengers walk right past without ever noticing. Your cabin probably has a mini fridge, and it might be completely hidden from view. On most cruise ships, the mini fridge is tucked away inside a cabinet or hidden under the desk. It is not sitting out in the open like a hotel mini fridge. You have to actually open cabinet doors or look under furniture to find it. Now, sometimes these fridges come pre-stocked with drinks and snacks that the cruise line wants to sell you. Those items are usually really expensive, and you get charged if you take them. But here is the good news. You can ask your cabin attendant to empty the fridge completely. Once it is empty, you can use it to store your own drinks and snacks that you bring on board. You can keep your water bottles cold, store your leftovers from the buffet, or chill that bottle of wine you brought for a special celebration. Some passengers use the fridge to store medication that needs to stay cool. The fridge is usually small, but it is perfect for keeping a few important items at the right temperature. Just make sure you find it on the first day so you can start using it right away. The eighth hidden feature is something that very few passengers know about, and it has to do with communicating with your cabin attendant. On many cruise ships, there is a small button or switch somewhere in your cabin that you can use to signal your cabin attendant. It might be labeled as a call button or a service light. When you press it, a small light turns on outside your door that lets your cabin attendant know you need something. This is different from picking up the phone and calling housekeeping. The button is a quiet, polite way to let your attendant know that you would like your room cleaned, or that you have a request. On some older ships, there is even a volume control dial on the desk that lets you turn down the announcements from the ship so you can nap in peace. Of course, emergency announcements will still come through loud and clear, but the regular daily announcements can be turned down if you know where to find the dial. These little features are designed to make your life easier, but nobody tells you about them. You have to either discover them yourself or ask your cabin attendant to give you a full tour of the room when you arrive. And finally, the ninth hidden feature is all about the secret storage compartments that are scattered throughout your cabin. Cruise ship designers are masters at hiding storage in places you would never expect. The ottoman in your room might actually open up to reveal storage space inside. The couch might have hidden compartments underneath the cushions. There might be drawers built into the desk that look like decorative panels until you actually pull on them. The space under the bathroom sink is often empty and perfect for storing laundry or bathroom products. Some cabins even have a luggage mat that is hiding in the closet. You might think it is just a random mat, but it is actually designed to protect the bed when you put your suitcase on it to unpack. The point is that your cabin is full of hidden nooks and crannies that are designed to give you more storage than you think. The best thing you can do is spend 10 minutes on your first day just exploring your cabin. Open every door, pull on every handle, look in every corner. Ask your cabin attendant to show you all the hidden features. They deal with these cabins every single day, and they know exactly where all the secrets are hiding. They will be happy to share them with you, because it makes their job easier when passengers are happy and organized. Now let me tell you why all of this matters so much. Going on a cruise is supposed to be relaxing. It is supposed to be fun. But if you spend your whole vacation feeling cramped and frustrated because you cannot find a place to put your stuff, it ruins the experience. When you know about these hidden features, everything changes. Your cabin stops feeling like a tiny prison cell and starts feeling like a clever little home away from home. You have places to hang your clothes. You have secret spots for your toiletries. You have a clothesline for your wet swimsuits. You have hidden beds for your kids. You have charging ports for all your devices. You have a fridge for your snacks. You have storage for your luggage. Suddenly, that tiny cabin is actually pretty amazing. The cruise ship designers thought of everything. They just did not tell you about it. And now you know. Here is my advice for your next cruise. Before you even get on the ship, go to your local dollar store or department store and buy a pack of magnetic hooks. They are cheap, and they are worth their weight in gold on a cruise. Pack them in your suitcase. When you get to your cabin, put them on the walls right away. You will be amazed at how much easier it makes your life. Also, bring a small power strip or a USB hub so you can turn one outlet into many. This way, you can charge all your devices at the same time without fighting over the few outlets that are available. And when you meet your cabin attendant on the first day, ask them to give you a full tour of the room. Tell them you want to know where all the hidden storage spaces are, where all the outlets are, and if there are any special features you should know about. They will be impressed that you asked, and they will show you everything. Trust me, this simple conversation will make your entire cruise better. I want you to think about this for a second. Most people go on cruises and never learn about any of these hidden features. They spend their whole vacation feeling cramped and annoyed. They come home and tell their friends that cruise cabins are too small and uncomfortable. But you are different now. You know the secrets. You know that the walls are magnetic. You know about the hidden storage behind the mirrors. You know about the clothesline in the shower. You know about the Pullman beds in the ceiling. You know about the hidden outlets in the lamps and behind the TV. You know about the storage under the bed. You know about the hidden mini fridge. You know about the call button for your attendant. And you know about all the secret compartments hiding throughout your cabin. That knowledge is going to change your cruise experience completely. The next time you walk into a cruise cabin, you are not going to feel overwhelmed by how small it is. You are going to feel excited because you know exactly how to make that space work for you. You are going to impress your family by finding all the hidden features. Your kids are going to think you are some kind of cruise wizard who knows all the secrets. And when other passengers are complaining about how tiny their rooms are, you are going to smile and think to yourself, they just do not know what I know. That is the power of information. That is the power of paying attention to the little details. That is the power of being the kind of traveler who does not just accept things the way they are, but instead asks questions, explores, and discovers the hidden gems that most people miss. Your cruise cabin is full of secrets. Now you know how to find them. So on your next cruise, go ahead and explore. Open those mirrors. Pull on those handles. Look under that bed. Find that clothesline. Discover those hidden outlets. Turn your tiny cabin into your perfect home at sea. And when you do, come back and tell me which hidden feature was your favorite. I bet you are going to be surprised by how much better your cruise experience becomes once you know where all the secrets are hiding. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you learned something new today, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another video about cruise tips, tricks, and secrets. I am always finding new ways to help you have the best cruise vacation possible. And if you have any hidden cruise cabin features that I did not mention in this video, leave a comment below and share them with the community. We are all in this together, helping each other have amazing cruises and unforgettable adventures. Until next time, happy cruising, and I will see you in the next video.